Coming to you from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, this is the Quinn Spinn.
Hey now, and welcome to another edition of the Quinn Spinn. And if there's ever an episode to listen while you're resting in your bed, there's ever a time to watch a podcast, let it be this one, because I got kicked out of my normal recording spot and I'm in my bedroom laying down on my bed. And Quinn, why don't you get us back on track? We're already off the rails.
So we're back here on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Stitcher, and more for another rousing and riveting and overall quiet installment of the official podcast of Underground Music Collective, because we have some young ones sleeping behind us here in the new Doghouse up in
the new
Doghouse.
New Doghouse.
I mean, you know,
there are children, Quinn. But
anyway, so I'm your host, Quinn. You just heard Rebel Nine's All I Become. That's been our opening theme song since the great year of 2014, and it will be until the very end of days. And Scotty Rock really seems to want to get naked over here. I'm up here in New York in the Doghouse, the new Doghouse.
Got that dog in you.
I do have that dog in me. Mm-hmm. There's a dog right over there too.
There's a dog.
And can't see him, but he's there. Presley's there. And so we decided while I'm here, we'd get together. We're all in different places kind of from our usual. And we do an OG family episode. So, Mr. Rock, you're here. Yeah, we also have Elle, the first lady of the Quinn Spinn, joining us again, making a rare appearance. Thanks for joining. And JD coming to us from a very sultry backdrop in Ohio, I believe, tonight.
I am in Nelsonville, Ohio, which is in southeast Ohio.
Don't they call Ohio the sultry state?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds very.
They will now.
Yeah. So
after we're done with today's episode, they will.
This is.
I tell y'all, I'm looking at myself in the Zoom, and I do really mean it. If there is a time to watch a podcast of the Quinn Spinn with the OG Quinn Spinn family, it is today, because I look damn good.
You do look good. I told you that off the air. I appreciate it. You look very. You look good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be single for much longer if I keep this up.
You've gone from.
I'm feeling.
You've gone from
feeling myself today.
You know what? Good. Let's listen to some Lizzo and let's get you feeling yourself.
I think everything you do should be laying like that. Just everything you do from now on, you should just do it like that.
I'm trying to think of like all the ridiculous things that I would have to do.
Like if you go to like McDonald's, just.
Just put like a bed on wheels. Just have like a bed on wheels and just like be laying like this the whole time.
Yeah, it's like the Vanessa Carlton music video where she has the piano on wheels.
And have people like around you feeding you fries like they're grapes.
Yes.
That'd be highly erotic.
This is getting expensive.
It is.
Now I have to hire people.
But it's worth it. It's worth it.
With money. How are we going to monetize this?
Well, I mean, we seem to be in a good position right now to be starting an OnlyFans the way the show is going. So let's keep going. You know, I mean, you, sir, have gone from being not only a snack, you've gone to being the whole buffet. We're off to a great and highly, highly seductive start here on the Quinn.
The market for feet pics has never been greater.
That's very true.
We are bullish on feet pics.
We are bullish, and it's never been easier to get your content out there. So, word of the wise, feet pics are in.
Feet pics and bathwater.
Remember when we...
You didn't know about that one, Quinn?
Used bathwater?
People are selling their used bathwater, yeah.
What?
Wait,
actually, that was probably more like 6 months to a year ago, so that's kind of already come and gone.
No, people are selling their farts now.
I heard about that. There was like a girl.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that one. Yeah.
That was a stupid.
I draw the line at selling my farts. I'll sell my bathwater, but not my farts.
Remember when Big Daddy Dell said he wanted to bathe in like mac and cheese and eat it while he was in it?
Yes.
Was it mac and cheese?
It was something.
Yeah.
The point is he wanted to bathe and he wanted to eat what he was bathing in was the moral of the story. This episode so far is
L comes back and it's
like the inappropriate ratchets up like 1,000. And
I have to make up for the last time we had an OG Quinn Spinn family episode by when I wasn't there. So I've got ground to cover.
We've got a lot of ground to cover. Yeah. We do have a lot of ground to cover in general. We have the return of L's Inappropriate Word here at the end of the show tonight. We're catching up with each other right now, and the Rock family has some news here. So why don't we go there and turn a little wholesome before we just get dank again?
Well, I want to tell you all that Scotty and I have welcomed a new little pebble to the family.
Woo woo!
Applause.
Thank you. So she's in bed right now, and we have two little pebbles, and we're tired.
Well, one big pebble, but the big pebble is potty trained. That's big news as of yesterday.
She's almost potty.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, almost. Big news. That's what happens when you get our age. It's like this is the exciting news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
your kid pees in the potty.
Yeah, well,
like you throw a party.
Yeah,
don't worry. I throw a party.
You throw a potty.
Don't worry. I throw a party for myself when I pee in the potty.
Well, we do Hershey Kisses here, so
and Dum Dum
lollipops.
So if you're ever up this way,
I'm only going number 1. I'm not going number 2.
It doesn't matter. You get a Hershey Kiss for anything.
Very generous.
That was a very poor Hershey. Never mind. I'm just not even going to explain the joke. Sometimes you swing and miss.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah. Yeah, we'll let the listeners go back and replay that, see if they get it too.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the Rocks. And, now, Scotty has actually been, focusing more on his health, to keep up with these little rapscallions. And I heard from Coach McQuakes. Now, I wasn't here, but Coach McQuakes put you through a quick
here we go.
Very well this afternoon here at Chateau des Rocs.
Yeah, so, well, let's just say I will be in a lot of pain tomorrow. Don't know if I'm going to be able to hold that baby. Did a lot of arm work with Coach.
With Coach McQuakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he told me he wanted to be as buff as me. And he's like, yeah, that guy's pretty buff.
No, I never said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of showed up at the door. I opened it, told him he had the wrong house. And he was very aggressive, very forceful.
Like Coach McQuakes.
Really, yeah.
Usually is. Mm-hmm.
Well, not like Coach McQuakes. It was Coach McQuakes.
Well, like he usually is aggressive.
Yes. He was very aggressive.
Well,
would not take no for an answer. Would not take my attempt of telling him it was the wrong house. And before I knew it, I was in a gym with a lot of equipment. It was a really nice gym. Mm-hmm. Don't know if I'll ever go back, but it was nice.
Coach McQuakes built an arena for your device.
Yeah, it was nice. Mm-hmm. And he actually let me dunk in a pool afterwards, which was really nice. But the workout itself was intense, and I kept up. But at the end of the session, he wanted to take a selfie, and I was cowering, sucking my thumb on the floor.
Mm-hmm. That actually, he sent that to me. It's already
I saw that picture, but surprisingly, that picture was sent by Quinn.
Well, because he sent it to me, and I'm like, hey guys, so look what I saw. I was in traffic at the time.
I don't know. Listen, I have my thoughts, JD. I'm kind of with you.
He's legit.
Yeah, right. Coach McQuakes, he's real,
and he
like
looks
Santa
great.
Claus. He does. Yeah. Speaking of a whole buffet, I mean, he's a whole buffet.
And it's always a treat.
He's a whole food court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to save room for dessert with Coach McQuakes. Let me tell you.
And
I mean, you know where I stand with this, and I think we're getting into this later on, but you know where I stand on this. I believe that Quinn is Coach McQuakes.
Well. I mean, first of all, the picture that Coach McQuakes sent, he has those steely red eyes again,
Those are sunglasses.
What was very intimidating?
Like the Green Goblin.
Something that was very intimidating that really, when somebody does something and it just shoots down your spine and just really affects you. He would do the workout and show me what to do. And then afterwards he would just do this nod. He would just go with his arms crossed. And it was
I dream of Genie?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was very intimidating.
Yeah.
And
seen him do
really made me feel like a lesser man. I don't know how I felt about that. Like if I ever had to write a Yelp review or a recommendation, that was something I would probably write as a negative. It was very a little demeaning.
Oh, wow.
A little demeaning.
I'll pass that along.
Just this nod. It's a very subtle nod, but it was like, you're gonna suck at this.
You don't need to pass it on because the feedback has gotten to its destination already.
I mean, I don't know if Coach McQuakes meant to be demeaning. I think he just meant to be like, okay, now you try.
Wait, how do you know him? Where did you meet him?
He is him.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I trained with him for many years.
Where?
In New Jersey. He's from there.
He's from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So are you.
I mean, a lot of people 9 million people are from New
I don't
Jersey.
understand why Jason and Scotty assume JD.
Who's Jason?
I don't know who Jason is. Why they assume that they're the same person. You guys.
Mm-hmm.
You also
Don't. If there's one episode to watch the Zoom or watch the video for, it's not this one anymore.
Speaking of real names, mine's kind of floating out there.
So close your eyes.
Yep.
We just.
My real name is not Coach McQuakes.
I'm no longer feeling myself. I'm ugly as hell. Don't watch this.
Well,
I was just gonna say. The Quinn and Coach McQuakes look nothing alike. So I don't know why.
Right?
So did you eventually? So first of all, I guess we're on this topic now for the show.
Yeah. Let's just go with it.
Okay. So with that being said, so Quinn, you did eventually show up.
Yeah, I'm here. Mm-hmm.
So Scotty Rock and L, the two of you saw both the Quinn and Coach McQuakes in the same room at the same time.
No.
Oh, yes.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
wow.
L, you did.
Yeah, I mean, well, Scotty was in the can, and like I was just coming, and Coach McQuakes was leaving, and so like we say hey to each other. He's like, "How's the workout going?" I'm like, "Good." Just got in, just in time for dinner. Coach McQuakes was leaving, and yeah, you didn't see him. You were in the bathroom. I guess you worked up more than a sweat.
I didn't see him.
Anyway,
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if one of the Pebbles saw both of them.
I mean,
kids don't lie.
I mean, but they're both right now. So I mean,
I will wait for the mystery to be solved. Like I will wait till they grow up, and then I will ask them, "Hey, did you happen to see Quinn and Coach McQuakes in the same room together at the same time?" I will wait.
Just ask our newborn; she'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I mean, one day I think this conspiracy will be solved. The only thing I will say to on Quinn's behalf is that I don't think he has the capability of being as mean as Coach McQuakes.
Well, I will counter that point with this point. That Quinn has participated in theatrical productions, thus he is capable of acting.
True.
Yes, but have you seen him act?
He moves a hell of a couch.
I mean, it's not that good, honestly.
Not that great,
I don't do it anymore. I mean, yeah.
Listen, there were a couple scenes in Les Mis where him and I had a lot of interactions. We did a lot of these and fake talking. We moved couches together in company.
I think you and Big Daddy Del moved the couch together,
right?
And I was with our friend Brick, I believe.
Yes.
But in Les Mis, I had a metal cup thrown accidentally in my face, and I really sold that like Dolph Ziggler sells anything. Like I sold that pretty well. But I mean, my acting skills, I haven't acted in years. They've diminished quite significantly. It's impossible that I would be. I just don't have it in me to behave as Coach McQuakes.
I just don't think he's that mean. However, when we find out that they are the same person, I don't expect, I demand an apology.
Now, here's the thing. You might not have realized it, Scotty Rock.
Yes.
But you said when we find out.
Yeah, no, I said that purposely.
So you are on my side.
Oh, I'm on your side. 100%.
Yes.
Do you? I'm on your side. I didn't see them together in the same room.
Quinn, you should probably just turn to Scotty Rock right now and just apologize.
I don't know what I have to apologize for. I mean, Coach McQuakes was here. He gave you a great workout, which you say you benefited from. And then I said hi to him, at the door while you were in the bathroom. You didn't see us both. That's fine. Sometimes I don't see, people when they come and go. It's a perfectly natural part of life.
He's real.
Coach
That's all
McQuakes
I
is
have to
real.
say.
Just like Santa Claus is real. I still believe.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
JV,
We
we'll
might
get to
have.
the bottom of this. Don't you worry.
I will look.
By the 10-year anniversary.
Look, I've got. Y'all can't see it now because I'm in Ohio at my aunt and uncle's house. But
The
back in
Sulphur
my
State.
home, and yeah, it will be in a little bit. Back at my home in Georgia, I have a whole board assembled that goes over the mystery and the conspiracy of Coach McQuakes and how
Love it.
the tectonic teacher, the molten man, the seismic
Sage.
student,
Sage.
sage,
Yes.
the seismic sage is the one and only Quinn.
I will say I definitely felt a seismic shift in my core after this workout.
Oh, I bet you did.
I'll give him that.
Now here's the other thing. What is his fitness program called? What is his
Quinn
workout
Quake.
regimen called? The Quinn Quake.
Because we sponsor it.
We do?
Yeah.
No, because it's you. His first name is Quinn.
And my
I
first
know
name
y'all
is
call him
the-
Coach McQuakes, but it's Quinn McQuakes. The Quinn McQuakes.
Well, no. His first name is Quinn.
What if his middle name is The? Is your first name The?
My first name is the. His first name is Quinn. We're not the same.
Okay, but on a side note, that's a terrible first name.
Well, I mean, I can't help that. Okay.
All right, well.
I can't help.
What's your middle name? The Quinn McQuakes?
Well, my
Is
last
your last name?
Quinn. I do the whole country artist thing where I go by my first and middle name because that's original.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. So
Moving on.
I'm right. I will be proven right. And
Okay, well,
I look sexy as hell.
I mean, there's no denying that last point. And you know what
I
else?
appreciate
is sexy?
that.
You know what else is
That-
sexy?
Stupid news.
Stupid news with Scotty Rock.
Damn sexy. By the way, I don't know if anybody's realized I don't have my locks of love anymore.
It took me. Well, I mean, I
No.
just got here a couple hours ago in time for dinner when I saw Coach McQuakes leave, but it took me a little while to realize.
Which I don't understand how that's possible. Well, I guess I haven't seen you that often where you would.
And you usually wear a hat.
Yeah,
That's
I do.
true.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the bedroom, loves to wear that.
Wait.
It's true.
You love that hat. Okay. Anyway, we ready for stupid news?
Yeah, please.
Yes. Okay. So I hope I can continue the role that I've been on. I know that Elle hasn't been here, but I've been on quite a role and I have a reputation to
All right.
uphold. And
I missed the last one.
Oh,
Was it good?
I think I got a seal of approval.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember what it was.
Okay.
I don't have my laptop, but yes,
That's fine.
It was good. You definitely told me I
Oh yeah,
continued
you
the
continued
streak.
the
So
streak. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about this one, but the headline reads, this is from NPR, by the way, from August 30th. So it was to yesterday. A shipment of baby wipes turns out to be $11.8 million worth of cocaine.
Go on.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers discovered more than 1,500 pounds of cocaine hidden in a place where you would least expect it, a shipment of baby wipes. The narcotics seizure occurred on Friday at the Laredo-Columbia Solidarity International Bridge. According to the agency in the news release, the bridge located on the U.S.-Mexico border connects Laredo, Texas, over the Rio Grande with the Mexican state of Nuevo León. Officials say a CBP officer at the Laredo-Columbia Bridge stopped a tractor trailer bringing a shipment of baby wipes for a secondary inspection. Following the inspection, drug-sniffing dogs made a discovery of what the CBP described as 1,935 packages of cocaine, totaling 1,532 pounds. And it was valued, the estimated street value of the seized cocaine totaled more than $11.8 million. This seizure is a prime example of how border security management and how it helps prevent dangerous narcotics from reaching our communities.
Yeah, I mean, they really sniffed that out pretty well, didn't they?
Let me tell you something. As a mother, if I bought a ton of baby wipes and
Which we have,
and I found there to be cocaine, I'd be pissed. You know how expensive baby wipes are?
You could also sell that for a lot of money.
That's true. You could buy a hell of a lot more.
You sniff it.
Who has
You don't
time-
smoke
you don't
cocaine.
smoke cocaine. Who has time for that though? Seriously. I'd be pissed.
Then you have to go out and get more
So-
baby wipes and hope those aren't cocaine. Yeah, no, I see your
Yeah,
point.
I mean, could you imagine if you go to CVS and
And
I do have.
what if you're changing your baby and you're relying on this one box of wipes and you're just like, oh shit, and all I have is cocaine. I'm not going to wipe my baby's ass with cocaine.
Nor could you possibly physically do that.
well, you might
Even if you
there's
wanted
like a
to.
baby powder.
You know,
Anyway,
I almost made that joke, but I figured I don't want to do it. When
It's like
I
have
will
a
say,
child.
I will say, this is the very first stupid news story that I have already heard prior to Scotty Rock talking about it,
Boo.
because it was on the 6 o'clock news over here in Columbus
Really?
Oh, wow.
today, like just a couple hours ago. So
So a day late.
Yeah.
So I'm relevant.
yeah,
You
this is
are.
the most relevant Scotty's ever been. He's
Yeah.
now a
Yes.
famous member of the show.
Yes, finally.
it wasn't.
9 years.
It wasn't. I don't think it was the most. I don't think it was the funniest one you've done, but it's certainly the most relevant one you've done because I saw it on the
Stupid, though.
news.
Stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not funny news with Scotty Rock. It's stupid news with Scotty
that's
Rock.
true. That's true.
If it happens to be funny, then that's kind of like a perk.
Yeah, I would say
Like,
like
I'm not here to make you laugh. I'm here to tell you
To
about,
educate you and
Yes.
inform you.
Oh, that's
you know, what stupid people of this world are doing.
yeah, I would say like compared to your recent run, if those are all A pluses, this is like a solid B, but it's still good. It's still good.
All right. Thank you.
You
Thank
know,
you.
you get
I was
past the
nervous.
grade.
no, yeah.
Listen, my brain from, again, the Quinn workout.
Quinn Quake
Yeah, sure.
from Coach McQuakes.
Uh-huh. The workout messed my head up. So, you know, I'm not on top of my game, but I get a B plus.
B.
Don't worry. Don't worry. My head's always messed up, so don't worry about it.
Thank you.
I'd give it a B minus because as mother it pisses me off.
Well, that's not my fault.
So wait, I gave it a B. You gave it a B minus. JD, what grade would you give this stupid?
I'm gonna use a different grading system.
Because he's
Okay.
already heard it.
I'm gonna give it a Snorlax.
And that's equivalent to.
A Miralax.
Don't worry about it. It's good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I
Snorlax is
Is
pretty
it better
strong.
than a B plus or a B minus?
We're still working on the grading system.
Okay.
Snorlax
But it's good.
is a pretty strong
It's good.
Pokemon. You know?
Oh, that's a Pokemon.
Yeah, pretty powerful. The big
Gotcha.
blue guy that sleeps a lot and then just eats things. Yeah.
I'm basically a Snorlax right now.
I never got into Pokemon.
But you're a very seductive Snorlax. Laying there
That's
like
true. I am Seductlax. That sounds like
You're excellent.
I was gonna say Seductlax sounds like some kind of like aphrodisiac laxative that we need to invent and sell
Yes.
as a Quinn Spinn sponsored product, and I'll get rich. Then
Let's do it.
Then we can sponsor the show.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
We can
Done.
sponsor our show.
on a gold
Done and done.
We are. We're sitting on a gold mine with that. That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Excuse me.
So, well, thank you, Scotty, for
You're welcome.
another rousing and riveting stupid news, for another rousing and riveting seductive installment of the Quinn Spinn.
You are welcome.
Moving right along, speaking of the Quinn Spinn, you know what today is as of episode release date? 9 years to the day that we released our first episode.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Here we all are. September 8th, 2013 was my awkward first solo mission, which I didn't. Oh, whoa. Oh, what? You explain yourself.
You played it for me. It wasn't your best work.
It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I was not comfortable in front of a microphone. And then I recruited this guy over here. And then that guy
I was just going to say,
join
not to be confused with that guy.
to join me for episode 2. And so since then, we've all had a lot of times interweaving, a lot of years, a lot of changes. Children have been born. Let's talk about our favorite memories from these 9 years as we now hurdle aimlessly into year 10, toward our 10th anniversary, however you say that.
Good job.
Yeah, thank
You
you.
got there.
I did. A little off my game today.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It must have been all the workout.
Well, I did Quinn Quake but this morning with Coach McQuakes, and he came here. So
Oh, so you told me you didn't see him today. All right.
I saw him up in passing.
All
and then
right.
I saw him.
Whoa.
All right. Let's.
Okay, we need to talk about the 9-year anniversary stuff before we get back to Coach McQuakes.
Yeah. So favorite memories. I know Scotty, you have.
I have a
like,
few.
you have
You
a
guys go
list.
first, though.
Oh,
I just
on
did
the
stupid
spot.
news.
On the spot, you did. You need a rest. You've
Yes.
been through a lot today. So, one thing from the OG run was the Jersey Shore Festival. just in general, that whole experience. Like, we still have artists from Mark Ambrosia still submitting music to UMC, still tagging us in like memories and stuff. Like, there were a lot of artists that we were able to like interview, and like they gave live performances on the boardwalk. We had the debate between Pierce and L, the dating.
But L wasn't there, so I
Yeah.
did it on behalf
You
of her.
were the stand-in.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of good memories. And that was like we literally just stayed at the man's like shore abode for the entire weekend. Like, we all slept on the floor and just had a blast.
Yeah.
And that was really something that, like, in year 10, if they're still doing the Jersey Shore Festival, I'd love to replicate that. So
Totally.
like, we had a table, we had a booth, we had banners,
You had
t-shirts.
the banner. Yeah.
Like, it was like, really a chance for us to step out on behalf of the show. And it was a lot of fun, and a lot of the relationships from that event really really have stood the test of time. So that's my OG run memory. And then in more recent history, I got to say, like, just on my end, having this interview set now down in Nashville and being able to just do the show there with the logo behind us, the lights are all blue and orange. Like, when we were in the basement, when we were in the practice rooms at CCM, even before the basement, like, didn't think we'd be around 9 years, number one. Number two, like, who would have thought that, like, it would actually look like that?
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought that, like, we could pull things off?
Yeah, we didn't even have a microphone then. We were talking into the...
We had a single USB mic.
Yeah.
Yep. But it was this setup right now that we have, so we've come so far. Okay. But like, that's the thing, is like, just seeing, from those, from that point of like singularity, I killed Scotty. From that point of singularity, like,
yes, with the Quinn Quake workout, you killed me.
Coach McQuakes killed you with the Quinn Quake workout. I killed you with my memories, my touching, precious memories. But seeing from that point of singularity, from way back in those early days, to see like all the forms this show has taken, even in the present day. Being able to interview people on that set, being able to interview people from anywhere here on Zoom, like the technology and how that's helped us, like, we've come a long way. And, being here,
and we did it for fun.
Yeah.
We literally did it because we got to rehearsal. We got to the school early and we had nothing to do.
Right.
There was this is going to be something.
Yeah. Until my contract at IBM expired. And then I'm like, okay, I got to try to make something of this.
Right. But that wasn't the initial.
Yeah. And here we are.
Yeah.
9 years later.
It's crazy.
Sitting here, just two babies sleeping over there, and Coach McQuakes nearly killed you today, but we're all still standing. So,
well, for now.
But wow, that's morbid.
I'm not sitting, I'm laying.
Yes, you are.
Well, oh, look at that look. Oh, that blue steel. Work it. You better work, RuPaul.
All right, that's enough of me.
Wait, so I want to know, so JD, you were part of the
college edition.
OG.
Yeah. The OG edition, the OG version of the show we don't
You
talk
can
about.
Which I'm like,
you can call me
fascinated about.
You can call me the pilot.
The pilot.
That's essentially that's what the very first. So essentially, Quinn, I hope you don't. Please correct me if I'm wrong with any of this history, but there was 1 week originally you had Dominic and the Quinn.
Way back in college.
Way back, and this was, I believe it was Dominic's senior year of college, and there was a week that he couldn't be there. And so you needed a guest host for your college radio show, and you hit me up, and I drove from my college over to yours. I think it was like about an hour and a half drive. And we did a show, and the name The Quinn Spinn was birthed in that episode.
Yes. And I remember it was our mutual friend from high school, Dan, who gave us that name over instant feedback, which was over AOL Instant Messenger back in the day. Quinn Spinn, two N's in spin because it has to match, and it's the spin off of D&Q. So JD was there for the very birth of the name of the show.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Years before this version of the show.
Talk about a memory.
Yeah, and that was
awesome.
2008, I want to say. That's 14 years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah. He drove from Bloomfield, New Jersey to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
The show started at Moravian University now. It's no longer Moravian College. And I remember on that episode.
Oh, they leveled up.
You fell in love with the dining hall and wanted to tell the world. Like you were obsessed with the grilled cheese in the dining hall.
Yo, oh my gosh, I didn't even remember that grilled cheese was really good.
The grilled cheese.
Now,
the Moravian grilled cheese in the dining hall was always solid. Always.
Okay, to be fair, the bar was extremely low because my college's cafeteria was god awful.
It was arse.
So the bar was very low, but they set a world record of being the highest above the bar because the bar was so low. But no, that grilled cheese was real good.
Yeah. No, honestly, like
It's great.
There were very few days that were amiss in the Moravian dining hall. I will say, like, there are a lot of days you look forward to. There was like some kind of like chicken and dumplings thing they'd make once in a while, and I would make sure I went back for like thirds of that every time.
So you definitely gained the freshman 15.
Oh yeah, like I was at like 205 at one point in college,
Wow.
and it's because I just loaded up in the dining hall.
Nice.
But yeah, I like. Oh my god, like yeah, the Moravian's dining services were on point.
Nice.
On point.
Wait, so not to segue away from the grilled cheese, but so was that you did more shows than just that first one?
You came on for another one, I think, when it was actually the Quinn Spinn.
I think, yeah, once Dominic graduated and you had the show by yourself, I think you had like a revolving door of guest hosts.
I did. I had,
and I came back like once because I mean it was quite a drive and I was like busy with my schoolwork. So
yeah,
most of the time you had like Bernie Byrne or
yes. or Rowdy Rob.
Bernie
or
Byrne.
Rowdy Rob.
I got wrong on Quinn Spinn trivia.
Way back in
or
the day.
How many times did Demand come?
The man, yeah, he came, well, he was a lot closer. He was down at DeSales.
Well, he was around when we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
In the beginning.
he originated from that college run
Right,
as well.
that I knew.
And so he would come up and he had his own like sitcom they were filming at the time, you know, where they were all filmed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm breaking the fourth wall here because it's so long ago, and he's actually not even in the film industry anymore. He actually owns a comic shop in New Hope, Pennsylvania, which I was just at on Monday. And
You're breaking kayfabe.
I am. I'm breaking
Yes.
kayfabe here, but like he would come up and like portray himself as the man. And so that was something I'd reached out to the man. When we started our run, I'm like, hey, how do you feel about reprising this? And he joined us for a bit.
Yeah.
He joined us at Jersey Shore.
It was a
Festival.
long bit.
Yeah.
He was around for a while.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember he wore that really tight
green crop top with the tassels on. Yes, that was. Those pictures
and
are
he
still
walked
on our
around with the
Facebook.
kiss me sign.
Well, that was Pierce who walked around with the kiss me.
right.
I'm desperate.
But there's a picture of I think the man holding that sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
We had wild time. That was Jersey Shore Festival.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just remember and I know we're supposed to be talking about like the 9 years that the Quinn Spinn has officially been a podcast, but like the time that I was most involved was pre all of that.
Pre-history.
And I just remember like the enigma that was Bernie Byrne. That man was such an interesting person. He had so many catchphrases that ended up being sound clips on your soundboard for the show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a pimp. And what was it? You fail. That was a huge one too.
I get on the dance
Just
floor,
him
the ladies
screaming, you fail. And then the other one, I get on the dance floor and the ladies follow.
Bernie, let me tell you, Bernie, essentially when it became the Quinn Spinn was my right hand. Like, and not just with the show, but with the station. Like senior year, I was vice president of the station. I kind of slid into the president role because our president had been off campus for a couple months. And Bernie was anytime I asked Bernie, like, hey, can you help with this? He was there. That dude was there. He is a dedicated New York Mets fan. He will tell you he's a Mets encyclopedia, and he was dedicated to the station. He had his own show called The Burn Notice, BYRNE. Like, and his family was all into it. Like, they had a hat made for him for Christmas, everything. Bernie still is a good egg. Bernie's still a good egg. He tags me on Twitter on things once in a while. Like Bernie's a solid dude, and he was absolutely my right hand for a while there back in Moravian when it became the Quinn Spinn.
Nice.
Yeah. And you got Jade, you got to meet Bernie, and it's interesting, like, because like we look at our run right now as having lasted 9 years, but without that initial run, like none of this would happen. I think it's very important to like note that, like, I mean, those episodes, I don't even know if they exist anymore. If they did, I don't know if I'd want most of them seeing the light of day at this point. It's a different world now, but like it's very important to the formation of what this has become and everything it's blossomed into. Without that college radio show, none of this would be a thing.
True.
Including UMC, including Nash Live. Like, without that,
you can call me the launch pad.
The launch pad and the pilot.
You can't teach that.
What about the captain?
I don't want to be the captain.
No.
That's too much responsibility. I just want to be an inanimate. I would just want to be an inanimate object.
Okay,
so that way I can't have any.
Not really an inanimate object.
Well, that's why I want to be the launch pad now.
Unless you were a pilot light, like the little.
You mean a co-pilot?
Flame. Yeah. Well, like initial flame to like launch the bigger
on
flame.
an oven.
Yeah.
Pilot.
Oh, a pilot light. Oh,
yeah.
Heater.
No, I'd rather be a launch pad.
Starter.
Yeah. I'm a fire starter.
Oh, how about no? I got a better word. Can I be the catalyst?
Ooh,
that's good.
Ooh,
I like that.
Yeah. Because that pilot episode was a very important piece of Quinn Spinn lore as well. Because that was the first time where I was taking the lead duty, and I'm like,
so after that happened, did you like immediately know this is the show? Like, were you like ready for Dominic to go and?
I mean,
were you ready to take over? Did you like it? We
had a good run, but I'm like, I was looking forward to the future.
Yeah.
Because we only had about a season and a half left before he graduated. It was my brother, which he was on a couple early episodes of this run too, as a guest. But I was ready to freshen things up too. I would say, I was ready to kind of take the reins of it. I was prepared, I was prepared, I mean, D&Q certainly had its place, and we did a lot of stuff in the 4 seasons we were on, but I was definitely, I was happy to have the opportunity to spread my wings a bit,
How many episodes were in a season?
About 14, 15, depending when in the semester we started. We did weekly, and then I do the Quinn Spinn Music Hour at Moravian originally. That's where that started. Okay. And then when we had
I not know any of this.
We had too many music submissions during our run. I'm like, this thing, I thought to myself, this thing I did in college, like it applies here. Yeah. Why don't I put all this extra music we're getting? Not that it was extra, but like we were getting too much for just the one show where we play 4 or 5 songs. It's like, let me do a whole show of just music.
Yeah.
And put that out. And then, that's where it came from. Like so many of the ideas that like were informative, that were in the formative part of this run actually came from their college run.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I think it's useful to have this history too. And JD, of course, was a part of it. And, it's y'all learning today.
Thank you, JD. Thank you for your
seductive teachings.
Yes.
So I'm going to say for me, I think one of my top favorite moments or experience was when we actually performed at Entertainment for a Kid.
Oh yeah.
I love just performing on stage with everyone, just practicing and
rehearsal was fun in the basement the night before. Yeah.
And it just so happened that we all sang. So it was, to me, it was great.
And we were all pretty well in practice at the time because we were all still like active in theater at the time. I remember the rehearsals for that.
We did a Macklemore, Can't Hold Us.
Yes, we did. Which we might have to find a way to replicate somewhere around the 10th anniversary. I've been practicing. I still got the bars.
I was going to say, if you can't do it, then...
Oh, I can do it. I did that for karaoke on my birthday when I went out, and I lit the place. There's video on Instagram. Awesome. I had that entire bar.
I'm not surprised. Every time you did that, you did it at karaoke a bunch of times with us at the Colorado Cafe. Rest in peace.
Can we not necessarily a show memory, but can we talk about when you, me, and the man and NL and a bunch of other folks from the CCM days were at Colorado Cafe for my birthday?
Yes.
And it was Fireball and root beer that the man had turned us on to, and we did Can't Hold Us that night.
And the Swamp Juice.
Yeah, Bye happened at some point. I think that was me.
L did Shoop with the guy who ran the karaoke.
Yep. And then we did Thrift Shop, and it was awful. Yeah, it was. I tried singing an octave up because it was too low. And then you went home after I don't know, question mark number of how many Fireballs and root beers, and you had a moment with your dog Trekkie.
Well, no, I told Elle I don't remember that. There's very few nights that I really don't remember, and this was one of them. I told you what I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of the dog. Don't let me embarrass myself in front of tracking my dog.
That's how turned you were.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
And that was like right smack in the middle of the OG run. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah. That was a good time.
Yeah. Entertainment for a
time.
Cure was fun. The rehearsals were fun. I remember there was this thrust move I was trying out. It didn't work. It didn't make it to the stage, but it sure was. It was great.
So I have a couple.
Okay.
Or do you want to?
No, keep
Okay.
going. I don't want to talk about me thrusting anymore because then I'm gonna have to demonstrate. Unless people want to see it.
I mean,
Let's save that for the 10 year. Let's save that for the 10 year.
Oh, okay. I'll bring it out for the performance.
When he reveals
Okay.
himself as Coach McQuakes, he can thrust.
Whoa.
Okay. So, so a couple memories that I have personally. One was one of my favorite times, even though it was so frustrating, was when you and I went out to find sponsors for Entertainment for a Cure. It was not even, I don't even know if I want to go into the specifics of the one place.
No,
who
let's
offered
not.
us a lot of money, but just walking. What town did we go to?
We went to like Morristown, Madison.
We went to some nice towns. We went to like a sushi place. Like there were a lot of places that were very generous
and gave us product donations. Yeah.
gave us money for the program and advertisement donations. And then there were just some a-holes and people that just not even like, it couldn't even just be a no thank you. They had to be just dicks about it. And I remember you and I for like, 2 weeks straight?
Like almost several times a week. Yeah.
We were out like pounding the pavement, trying to get sponsors for this concert.
And in a cash sense, getting absolutely nowhere.
Yeah. And like up front, like we needed it up front.
Yeah.
That being said, and I know we've talked about this numerous times, as much as the event itself could have been better.
Well, from an operation standpoint, that's excellent.
I'm talking about just with attendance and whatever, which wasn't necessarily our fault, but the whole thing that's what I was going to say. Operations wise we had people that were in charge of the bands to tell them when to go on stage. How many bands did we have?
6.
We had 6 bands. All day music festival. Like JD, I wish you were around for this because it was awesome. And just the few stands that we had, the Andy's Roadside, the hot dog, we just had, it was just such a.
and even the bands.
The bands were awesome.
Spin, they made the cake pops.
Yeah, those cake pops were fire. Foxtrot and the Get Down, they're still doing amazing things. Colin's killing it with that on the Guest List podcast too.
But just what we, as much as we wish we achieved more, we achieved a lot. And then on top of that, I think about just the We Are Stars event when we set up a booth.
Yeah.
What do we do in Philly when we went to that?
The Trocadero.
Yeah. We did that, the Fireback Records.
Yeah.
And these things were all learning experiences and they weren't perfect. And yes, it could have been better, but it also could have been a hell of a lot worse. And I feel like the fact that we put ourselves out there time after time, even after not doing as well as we wanted to, we kept pushing, we kept trying to just do it, not only because we wanted to get our names out there, because we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we were passionate about what we did. And like, even if we had like 3 views or 3 listens on a week, we still did it every week. Like we had 50,000 views or 50,000 listens because we loved what we did.
Yeah.
And every week, even now, we think of what we want to talk about before. Granted, sometimes the 3 of us get on and just bullshit and it always comes out great, but we always try to do it like we have 50,000 listeners a week or more.
Yeah.
So that's, some of those times were definitely, looking back now, they were good times.
And to that point, before you continue, they were all our first attempts at really building community.
Yeah.
Entertainment for a Cure in particular. Like you had the American Cancer Society, you had the artists, you had the vendors, you had the volunteers that we had, which were mostly our people from CCM that we did theater with.
Who did it like willingly without us even asking.
Yeah. They're like, can I please?
To help.
They jumped on in. Like that was the first like that was the first like formation of community, and some of that community is still intact.
Yeah.
You know, like the Mad Sugars are in Nashville now. Adam's been a friend since 7th grade. Like, you know, we just did a show together in July. Foxtrot and the Get Down, like I said, you know, I just helped them with an episode of on the guest list in Nashville.
Were the Mellowells there too?
Mellowells were
They
there.
were on the Trocadero.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yes, they were there.
And they were on the
Yeah.
Troc show
Yeah.
as well. Spin, I mean, Spin, you know, we're still in touch with them. We're talking about maybe doing an episode at some point with them, but where are they now? You know, like there's so much community, and it's interesting to see, you know, where different paths have taken people.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really exciting. You know, it's really exciting, and to know that like that event, you know, kind of had that ripple effect, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, I just wanted to jump in on that.
No, totally. And then the last, not memory, but just experience that I loved is every week we had an interview
Mhm.
for a long time.
Yeah.
How long? Months.
Months.
Months upon months.
Mhm.
And some of those interviews were overseas.
Mhm.
We had all kinds of people, not just musicians, but wrestlers, comedians.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Taylor Swift's guitar teacher.
Yeah. We were at that point, we
Being
had
able to have my brother on, you know,
Yeah.
like,
wait. Danny Arnold, your brother?
how'd you know who I was talking about?
I don't know. I mean, who else would we be talking about?
Yes, Danny Arnold's my brother. But I definitely want to.
That's the truth that's revealed on this episode. Forget Coach McQuakes. This is the real
Danny Arnold is my
This is the
brother.
real barber.
But just being able to like form those relationships and not just interviews, but we had in your basement live musical performances
Mhm.
on a how many channel board?
12 channel mixer.
12 channel
The
mixer, this
same
big.
one. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we did that and it sounded good
Mhm.
is
My parents.
not
Yeah.
fathomable to most people. It's just
Yeah.
something that you don't do.
Yeah.
We had like a full band at one point
We did.
in the basement
We did.
performing live.
Yeah.
And even switching up locations where we'd host at the Dog Pound.
Yep.
The original.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over in the village of Nyack.
Yep.
Yes. And we had Spin
Mhm.
play for us there. And,
I think
Chris Paul Morales was on the show?
JD's asleep.
No, I'm just
Okay.
taking this all in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
But
Drink it in, man.
drink it in, man.
Oh God.
But yeah, I mean, we had so much, you know, like going for us, you know, and I think like, you know, life kind of took us in different paths for a while, you know, and, you know, it just kind of, it all came back together, you know, which is great. And I'm excited for year 10, you know, and what's up ahead, because I feel like it's all coming together for the show. I really do. Like the guests, you know, the guests down in Nashville, the guests over Zoom, the fact that we're all capable technologically of doing this, you know, like the fact that all these roads are still intertwining. I'm really excited to see what happens this year, because we're already making plans, and, you know, especially once we get into the new year, into 2023, we're going to start really rolling out some of those plans, you know, but it's just amazing to see where the journey has brought us. You know, it brought me to halfway across the country, to a new city, you know, to building the other parts of this platform. And I like, who would have thought that, you know, with a USB mic and a laptop 9 years later, from 9 years out from episode 1, as of release day of this episode, like here we are talking about this and having all these memories and having all these plans for the future and these ideas. And we're still here.
Yeah.
We're still here. Like we're lucky. We're fortunate. And going back to Moravian, who would have thought that slapstick college radio show where we talked about grilled cheese and Bernie, you know, he set Bernie up on a date one time. Like it all led to this, and it's going to lead to wherever it leads from here. Like who knew? Who would have thought? And that's
But then from that,
I mean,
what we did, reenacting the
Macbeth.
Oh, yeah. in the room doing voices, like it was so stupid.
Yeah, it was.
But we're here.
I mean, the Quinn Spinn has definitely grown and evolved in the 9 years, or even going back to the Moravian days. But sadly, I don't think JD has. I'm still in the slapstick, wacky, funny ha-ha mode.
Yeah, but I think
But y'all love it.
But that's part of, I think that's the big difference between this show and your other show is this is meant to be an outlet, funny, not, I mean, we've had our serious episodes,
Right.
but, right?
Well, the Quinn Spinn is all of these things now. It's all the things it's always been.
Right. But I always
even
feel like,
including college.
but I always feel like the slapstick, the stupid news, the inappropriate word, you wouldn't do that on your other show.
Well, I mean, it's all the same show to me.
It's all the
But
same show.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I feel like it's all the same show, but it's
Yeah.
also, there's different,
there's different like sub
right.
categories.
Right.
Like there's the OG
Right.
family, which tends to be more slapstick. There's the solo missions, which is more slices of life from my perspective as an entrepreneur. There's the sit down interviews, which I've taken more serious tone, I would say, more one-on-one, like Lewis Howes style. It's kind of like, not that I'm trying to emulate Lewis Howes or any other podcaster who's way more successful than me, but like in terms of like the content and the digging deep, and trying to like get to not only like the project someone's working on, but what's behind it, right? Like it's all these things, and it borrows from all these different things that the Quinn Spinn has been and done. And the beauty of that is it allows the show to be anything from week to week. Like, like I feel like in this world of, well, you have to, have your mission clearly defined. Like this is just our chance to play in the freaking sandbox.
Right.
Like the definition of this show is it has no definition.
Right.
It could be whatever we want it to be because it's been all of these things at one point.
But the question is, would you ever invite us onto the interview show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
JD, you hear that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I actually was literally 10 seconds ago thinking about an idea that for you and I to sit down and do a one-on-one interview.
You and me?
No, sorry, the Quinn.
Oh,
that's just
sorry, Adam.
get him out of here. Now. Get him out of here.
Jeez.
Who's that?
Now I look like an asshole.
But we could do that, and like, look, you guys have good vocabularies and like talking to people. I'd love to have you on for some of these interviews, especially the Zoom ones that we can do from anywhere.
I'll pitch you the idea, Quinn, but if we do it, I'll drive up to Nashville for it.
Do.
Ooh.
You said do.
And then we're going to a Titans game.
Yes, which I can't.
No, I'm good.
First of all, Titans are going to win the Super Bowl. Let's be real.
You think so?
Aren't the Giants playing them on September 11th?
Are they? Is it Giants?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I haven't actually looked at I'm a Titans fan now.
Okay, I'm going to go on my phone for a little bit. You guys talk about sports.
No, we're done.
Okay. But okay, we'll talk about all that offline. We'll make a plan though.
Yes.
Wait, but JD, can you and I do a one-on-one interview?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
That'd be a fun little, bonus.
We'll make a podcast called like, I don't know, Robot Rock or something.
Yes. Catalyst Rock.
The Rock Catalyst.
We'll think about it. We'll work on the title.
We'll brainstorm.
No Quins allowed with Scotty and JD.
Yes.
Done.
Well, please do a special episode that's no Quins allowed.
What if instead of the spin, it's the swerve?
Well,
the Scotty,
the Scotty swerve, the Rock reboot, y'all don't want to hear us workshop names for this.
I still want to do Scotty and Friends afternoon.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get kicked off my own show in year 10.
What's my show going to be called?
Off the Rails with JD.
Off the Rails, definitely.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, that's
all right.
Exactly.
Well, I definitely think we should work on this and do some kind of.
We're gonna workshop some more ideas.
I really do like no Quins allowed.
No Quins allowed with Scotty and JD. Well, that can be a bonus episode of this show that I'm not on. It'll be the only episode of the Quinn.
And it's got to be, there's got to be a Z at the end that's backwards.
Yes. Done.
We got to create a graphic. It's like painted on wood with red, like paint. Yeah. That's beautiful.
With a Quinn Spinn logo, but it's like the red circle with the line through it, and then like graffitied over.
Or a picture of Coach McQuakes. I mean, me. A picture of me. Picture of me with the circle and line. Not Coach
Did you
McQuakes.
just admit to being Coach McQuakes?
No, I just thought I'd sacrifice him, but it's got to be me because he's not the Quinn. I'm the Quinn, so my picture has to be circle.
You literally just said you're not capable of being mean, and you just said that you're willing to sacrifice Coach McQuakes.
Well, don't worry. I was.
You are
You
diabolical.
should see, I'm sure the videos will be posted somewhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna. Coach McQuakes did send me a couple. I'm waiting on more, and I'm gonna stitch those together, put them out on our channels. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You know, Scotty, like over the past few months, you've been getting a lot of like featured content. You know, with the curling, you know, and everything else. You know, you're kind of becoming the belle of the ball on Instagram. Yeah.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do have to
can't,
say, though, I did listen to your 9-year kind of retrospect, and I appreciated the shout out.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Glad someone listened.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, every listen makes us money. So,
1 cent.
all right.
1 cent.
1 cent adds up.
It sure does. You know, like after about, you know, like a year, you know, we have like a whole dollar.
Listen.
Yeah. More than 2 nickels.
And then we can't, and then we can't get,
to feed here.
I do.
and then we don't get cut a check until we get $25. Is that true? I don't know.
You
I just
have to
said
cash
that.
out. You can't cash out until 25.
You actually can't cash out till 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Year
well.
10?
No, $10.
I thought
$10 minimum to cash out.
Gotcha. I thought the 10th.
It's like when you go to Dave and Buster's and the point system's all messed up and you leave Dave and Buster's when your card's empty, but your card's at like 0.4 points.
Right.
That's how they get you.
Right. And you have like a bouncy ball.
Yeah.
That says Dave and Buster's.
I want a bouncy ball.
Okay. Well, we could work on that next time you come.
Let's do it.
There's a Dave and Buster's.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Right in the mall over there. Palisades Mall.
That's right.
I've been to that mall. We've been to that mall.
We have.
That mall is gigantic, but
great
it's
mall.
no longer the biggest mall that I've been to in my life because I was in the Mall of America last Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
How was that?
How was that?
It's really big. It's huge. It's got an indoor amusement park
Nice.
with like 6 or 7 rides. But at the end of the day, it still looks like a mall.
Right. And malls are kind of going to shit. Like the Palisades Mall's huge, but there's not good stores in there. Like it's not a good
It's
mall.
not what it used to be at all.
Really?
It's big.
Yeah,
but there's a
used
lot of
to-
empty storefronts.
I used to love. I mean, I loved going to that mall because back then it had a Dave and Buster's, and it had that NASCAR thing where you like got in like a. It was like a virtual. It wasn't virtual reality, but it's like you sat in an actual NASCAR car that had like hydraulics and
Oh, that's cool.
they were and like raced a NASCAR race.
Nice.
That was really. I think it was just called the NASCAR Experience or something like that. It was really cool. It was so fun.
Well, no one really, I mean, malls I feel like aren't as popular as they used to be.
And I feel like it says a lot about Minnesota that one of the biggest attractions in Minnesota is a mall.
Yeah, and there's still a ton of people. There were still a ton of people in there.
Yeah, like
Wait, I want to know about the fair that you gave 15 stars out of 10 to.
15
The
out of
yes.
The State Far.
It's not far.
The Star Far.
Yeah, so I'm insured now. No, it was well, first of all,
add up for this. Must be really
shout out to my friends Nicole and Natalie, and Nicole's best friend Kylan for giving me, and Nicole's family for giving me a lovely Minnesota experience and showing me around. And but the state fair was it's the largest attended fair in the country by average attendance.
Huh.
It's not total attendance because Texas beats it because Texas has more days in their fair.
Right.
But it was amazing. I mean, like, I can't list off all the stuff we did because there was just so much, and we've already gone on for quite a long time because we're off the rails. But I think the highlight of it was the Pronto Pup. Have you ever heard of a Pronto Pup?
What's that?
No.
Okay, have you ever heard of a corn dog?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, first of all, corn dogs are disgusting. I don't like corn dogs. They're terrible. A Pronto Pup is essentially a corn dog, but the batter isn't made out of corn like it is on a corn dog. It's a wheat-based batter, and this thing was delicious. And you can have it dipped in ketchup or mustard. So I had it dipped in mustard, and it was so good. If they weren't $6 a piece, I would have gotten more than 2, but I only got 2. I wish I could have gotten more. That was definitely probably the best thing. Oh, they also had pickle pizza, which I know
I would totally eat that.
Ew.
I love pickles.
it was new this year at the fair. So it was like everybody was getting pickle pizza. It was essentially, instead of tomato sauce, they did dill sauce with cheese and
Oh.
dill pickles on
Oh,
it.
I thought it was just pickles on top.
No, it had dill sauce too.
Was it good?
It was really good.
That
It was,
sounds
I mean, it was for a pickle pizza, my expectations were very low, but
Wait, so was the
they were-
sauce like a relish?
I don't really know I don't know exactly what was in it. But like, it was just kind of like I don't really know how to explain it, unfortunately, but
Sounds good.
You have to go there and try it.
yeah, I'm sure they're going to have it next year, because I think they sold a ton of them. And they still have a standard, cheese slice and a pepperoni slice.
Right.
They just
Would you-
knew this year they had pickle pizza.
I love pickles. I don't know if I'm ready for pickle pizza.
Would you?
Well-
Pickles. I don't think I could do the pickle pizza.
Well,
I'd try it.
Down.
I'd try it.
but yeah, it was a good time. I got to have a Juicy Lucy, which is a burger with stuffed with cheese in the patty.
Mm.
That
That's
just
what
like
lap dance.
pours out. That was really good. I got to go to the Mall of America. I now pronounce the word bag.
No.
No, I didn't get that Minnesotan.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Oh, but the one thing I forgot about this, the thing that I had at the fair too, that surprised me. My fellow Ohioans will enjoy this story. I was walking to go get some water. And as I'm walking down the road, I see this stand that has deep fried Buckeyes.
Oh,
Yes, I remember
yum.
seeing this story. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You got sick or something, right?
Oh, you don't ruin the payoff.
Sorry.
So no, you're good. You're good. Don't worry. I walk past it and I take a picture of it and I send it to my parents and my friend that lives in Arizona now, but she is originally from Ohio, Sydney. And I'm like, they have deep fried Buckeyes in Minnesota. Like, I couldn't believe it. So I walked by, I got my water, and then I realized, I'm like, I have to try these. Like, they're Buckeyes. I got to try them. And for those of people that don't know what Buckeyes are,
The best.
the Buckeye tree is the state tree of Ohio. However, actual Buckeyes from a Buckeye tree are poisonous. You can't eat actual Buckeyes. So instead, what people decided to do was basically make a ball of peanut butter and dip it 3/4 of the way into chocolate, melted chocolate, to give it that spot that a Buckeye had. The Buckeye has like this like beige spot on it. It's brown and then it's got a beige spot on it. And that is the Buckeye like candy or sweet that you get. That's just so good. So we all gather together again, and I'm like, I tell Nicole's family, I'm like, hey, I really want to go try these fried Buckeyes. So I go back over there and I order them. They were $7. And Nicole took a picture of me holding it, and I took one bite of it and I had to throw it away. It was disgusting.
Why was it like?
Absolutely disgusting.
Oh, that sucks.
I think it was mostly the batter. That was the problem. The batter was just awful. Like, I wish I could have just ordered, because you could have ordered the Buckeyes just as is. They also called them Ohio Buckeyes, which I appreciated. You could have just ordered the Buckeyes and they weren't battered. And I would be curious to see how they were if they weren't fried. But that was another $6 that I wasn't going to spend. That I ended up spending 5 minutes later on a second Pronto Pup. So I guess I could have spent another $6. And I bought a beer after that too. And whatever. Don't stop judging me. I'm judging myself. Anyway. But that may have been the only bad thing that happened at the fair. And it was still a funny moment. I still don't. And if Nicole happens to be listening to this, Ohio does exist, and it is part of the Midwest. We had a lengthy debate the whole time I was there, which was 6 days, about if Ohio actually exists.
Midwest is huge. Like, it goes all the way to the Dakotas from Ohio. I even consider Pittsburgh to be part of the Midwest more than the Northeast.
I will pose this question to you then. Is Ohio part of the Midwest?
Yeah, because I think the Midwest starts at Pittsburgh.
Oh, it starts in Pittsburgh. Ooh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is a Midwestern ass city. It is not a Northeastern city. I'll die on that hill. And I love Pittsburgh. And like I love the Midwestern demeanor. You know, Pittsburgh feels like a Midwestern city more than a Northeastern city.
Scotty Rock and L, what say you?
I don't know.
I have no opinion.
Sure, it's Midwest.
Just say yes. Just say
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. I didn't coerce you at all. You had absolutely no influence on what y'all just said. You just said it's part of the Midwest. So.
Right. And I'm Coach McQuakes.
Okay, that was a little passive aggressive, Quinn, but you know what? We'll just let that slide. We'll just keep on keeping on. Wow, anyway. that came from a bad place. Do we need to talk about that?
Wait, one of the pebbles is moving. We need to.
Okay.
Well, sorry.
Well, maybe before the pebble moves too much, we should get to our closing segments.
Yeah, maybe we could wake her and ask her if she saw McQuakes. And
you know what? I think we should just get to the closing segments.
Yeah,
that's what we should do. So I'll go first with something for your ears. Dirty Heads just released an album, Midnight Control, which is fire. It is one of my favorite, most immediate albums. Like, by immediate, I mean like I'm just immediately just in love with it. Every track. There's a track called Little Things, which in particular is just this nice breezy vibe. I'm going to Cape May tomorrow. It's about appreciating the little things in life. And it's just like these cool lo-fi jazz chords and just, you know, real cool pop sensibility. A little bit of the hip hop stuff sneaks in there. Really cool stuff. Midnight Control from Dirty Heads out now. Little Things is my favorite track here in the early going. Also, Midnight Control, the title track, is a bona fide reggae boner jam.
It's a boner bop.
A boner bop. No, I'd say boner jam because it's more slow. It's like a slow jam.
A boner bossa nova.
So it slowly slaps.
It's a slow boner jam.
All right. Do you guys want to feel good like a boner?
I feel great after the boner jam. But yeah,
I will say he played me this Little Things. It's a good song.
Yeah.
Definitely adding it to my playlist.
You should. It's my alarm. We're going to hear it tomorrow morning when my alarm wakes me up.
It's not John Cena anymore?
No, because I'm on caper. I'm in caper mode, man. I'm on vacation.
Gotcha.
I think I
broke him.
I broke JD.
I broke myself. That was such a dumb joke, but I found it so funny. You guys want to feel good or be inappropriate first?
Let's feel good. Let's feel good.
Okay. All right.
And then go back to the boners.
Okay. Yeah, Michael Bubble, he sings the song, but we're going to get to the story and make it quick. There is a group called Food Forward that has rerouted 250 million pounds of food from landfills to feed people in need. Since 2000, Food Forward has rerouted 250 million pounds of food from landfills and delivered over 1 billion servings of fresh produce, to food insecure communities. They're based out of Southern California. And their operation is so tight that every $1 donated allows them to redirect 10 pounds of produce from restaurants, grocery stores, or farms, I can't talk, before sending them to communities that rarely get to buy a bright red tomato or a crisp head of romaine lettuce. And keeping that perishing produce out of landfills also reduces methane gas emissions from its decomposition, reducing America's methane footprint after about 10 years. So thank y'all at Food Forward for giving people the food that they need to survive.
Quinn's been around for golf clap because we don't want to wake the pebbles.
See, we started off with 5,000 pounds of cocaine and ended with how many pounds of food?
250 million pounds since 2009.
See that? Full circle.
In a way, I suppose. So L returning to us, so we figured we'd let you do the honors of giving us the final closing segment before the closing remarks and reminders.
Full circle.
So for those who don't know, Elle, especially in our OG run, whenever she's on the show, delivers Elle's inappropriate word to send us off happy. So I'll leave it to you.
I'm going to keep it PG for this week.
Oh.
So I was just wondering, have you ever had your meat rolled?
No, but I'm intrigued.
Excuse me?
JD, have you ever had your meat rolled?
Probably not in a couple years.
Right now.
Well, meat rolled is to have a female grind on your penis while she's dancing with you, and she's usually bent over. Have you ever?
No, that it's been a little longer than that.
And the sentence, I'm ready to go to the club and get my meat rolled.
I actually had that happen in July, not too long ago.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I've rolled meats before.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm keeping it PG this time.
Yeah.
Grab some muffins.
Well, I just want to say, like, some of the, like,
job.
you were looking for a while, and like, the internet's become a much darker place since you were, doing this every week.
Inappropriate was like an understatement.
It was really hard to find something that we weren't all embarrassed of collectively.
Yeah.
It was, that was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Thank
good.
you.
It's
That was
all
good.
what would Mama Rock stop listening?
Yeah.
Yes.
And like, that was relatable too. So we've all had our
I know I said, in case some of my friends were listening, I hope they're not listening.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm the one that said I had my meat rolled a couple years ago.
Be proud. Own up to it.
Well, we hope that in year 10, all of your meat rolling dreams come true. Here at Spin,
Happy anniversary, guys.
Happy anniversary.
9 years, and that's what we've come to. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Stitcher, YouTube, and more. Yes, people can watch what just happened here as well. You can also learn more about Quinn Spinn at undergroundmusiccollective.com, our central hub for all things independent music, meat rolling, and more. You can also listen to the UMC 20 playlist on Spotify. Find UMC on all the socials. The usual ones. Not TikTok yet, though. And NashLife.life. We've got some shows coming up here in Nashville. September, October, already announced. We've got more to come. So make sure you check those out as well. Anybody else want to give their socials before we sign off?
You can find me, as always, at ScottyRock77 on Twitter and Instagram. And stay tuned for No Quins Allowed, starring JD and Scotty Rock.
Lots of meat rolling
Pass.
on that episode.
Hey, no boundaries.
JD's passing. All right. He doesn't want to be followed, especially not after this.
If you follow me, unfollow me.
Fair enough. Anything else for the good of the order?
That's it.
Well, then grab some muffins on your way out.
And get your meat rolled.